About a month and a half until tax day, and hundreds of thousands of Michiganders will have to make adjustments on their returns after filing for unemployment.
Fox 17's Ryan Cummings explains what you need to know to try to minimize the headaches.
The biggest problem for a lot of people is state documents not matching their records. They claim that the government took out taxes, but their 1099s show that's not the case. Even if you're not in that group, there are things you need to know.
It's the dreaded time of year for millions of Americans, finding the necessary paperwork to file your taxes.
And they're not as normal as they have been in the past. So even, if you normally file them yourself, you may want to seek out a site just to help, because there are some specific changes.
Scott Gamini is an accounting instructor at Davenport University. It runs one of the local volunteer income tax assistance programs. The federal initiative helps people file at no cost.
Individuals and families earning less than $57,000, we will prepare your taxes for free.
One of the biggest issues their group is seeing is the earned income tax credit.
Unemployment is considered not earned income. So if they're receiving more unemployment than earned income, it could drastically affect that credit.
If you filed for unemployment benefits, you will owe state and federal taxes, even on the $600 weekly federal boost. Some people had those withheld. Others, because we were in a pandemic, needed all the money they could get.
So just expect in those situations, because it is taxable earnings, to have a tax bill potentially. You can use other credits to offset the withholdings that you decided to forego to have more during the year, but there is a higher potential that you will owe money.
We've also heard from people who are now getting their 1099s, showing no taxes were taken out, but their payments on their MyWim accounts show they were.
So it'd be best for those clients, those individuals, to wait to file their taxes and try to get that corrected 1099 unemployment form that shows their withholdings.
Some filers also signed up for health insurance through healthcare.gov. If you did not submit your new income after getting unemployment, you may owe once those payments are calculated. As always, if you feel like your return will be a little more complicated, seek professional help.
If you're knowledgeable with taxes and you have relatively simple sources of income, and then you're working in one location, you could use TurboTax to complete your own or do your own taxes. But this year is unlike any other.
The VITA program has locations all over the state and the country. If you need to find one, just head to this story at fox17online.com and put in your zip code. Now here's the rebound rundown. The tax deadline for federal and state returns is still April 15th. You only need to claim unemployment benefits that you actually received. If you get an incorrect 1099, you can request a new one from the state. The IRS always allows a payment plan, so don't worry if you can't pay it all at once. If you are going somewhere for help, make sure to bring all of your tax documents with you, including the 1099 for unemployed workers, along with your ID and Social Security card. The IRS will also send out forms 1444 and 1444B for the stimulus payments, so if you did not get those and you're eligible, they could be added to your return as a credit. And new this year, if you donated cash to a charity, you can deduct $300 on your return, and you do not have to itemize. If you had to pull money out of your retirement account early because of COVID, there's usually a penalty, but you can declare relief from that because the virus is a natural disaster. That means you will not have to pay the 10% penalty for taking out up to $100,000. If you missed any of those tips, we have posted them all on our website. For The Rebound, I'm Ryan Cummings.
Ryan, thanks. If you know of a person or group helping others get back on their feet during the pandemic, we want to hear about them. Call the number there on your screen or send an email to rebound@fox17online.com.
Just a reminder, this is not the year you want to be an accountant. It's going to be very busy this year.
It's going to be a crazy year with everything going on.
Sure.
Yeah.